JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, shooter in custody after killing woman in church over deadlift. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.
Yes, you're right. I say no matter what them say, no matter what them do, I love it
A manhunt for the presumed shooter that was underway across St. James following the spine-chilling murder of a bank executive as she prayed in church have come to an end. According to DCP Fitz Bailey, the triggerman was arrested this afternoon after he surrendered in the presence of his attorney. Investigators theorize that the murder was part of a conspiracy hatched by family members over wealth left behind by the woman's late husband, triggering a series of death threats that haunted her for months. The Trelawney police confirmed that 3 suspects have been taken into custody in connection with the death of 50-year-old National Commercial Bank employee Andrea Lowe Garwood, who was shot and killed by the lone gunman while worshipping at a church in Falmouth, Trelawney on Sunday morning. One of the suspects detained is the stepson of the victim's husband, Jeffrey Garwood, a tour bus operator who died last July in a motor vehicle accident along the Rosehall Main Road in St. James. The other 2 men have been identified as the driver of the getaway vehicle and the owner of the vehicle who had rented it out. The latter detainee is expected to be released shortly. One of the men was picked up in Ramble Hill at Bogue, while Mrs. Garwood's stepson and the 3rd man were picked up in Rose Heights, also in St. James, during 2 operations carried out approximately 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. Reports are that about 10:30 a.m., Lowe Garwood, who resides at Stonebrook Manor in Trelawney and was the regional credit card manager at the Montego Bay branch, was among other congregants worshipping at the Agape Christian Fellowship Church on Market Street when the killer entered the building and sat in a pew behind her. Shortly after the praise and worship segment started, the man reportedly pulled a handgun and fired multiple shots, hitting Lowe Garwood in the upper body, before fleeing from the building and escaping in a white Toyota Allion motor car. Lowe Garwood was rushed to the Falmouth Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. A police source disclosed that Lowe Garwood started receiving serious death threats from relatives of her late husband right after he died last July, a revelation corroborated by a close relative of the deceased. Andrea had been receiving death threats in her life from the very day Jeffrey died. She even had to ask police officers to escort her to his funeral in Hanover because she was told that if she turned up at his funeral, she would be killed, the relative, withholding identity out of fear, said on Sunday. The nub of the row appeared to revolve around Lowe Garwood's Stonebrook Manor home, which had been willed to her. But enmity was sown among relatives of Mr. Garwood, who had children with another woman, triggering threats over several months that Lowe Garwood should sell the house and give them a share of the proceeds. Investigators confirmed the allegations and believe that a hit was contracted on Lowe Garwood's life because of resistance to those threats. We are aware of the dispute over the house between Lowe Garwood and the family of her deceased husband, and also of the dozens of threats made on her life, one investigator said. The lawman requested anonymity because he was not authorized to speak about the case. Commanding officer for Trelawney, Superintendent Carlos Russell, said that he was pleased with the investigators' swift work, which led to the arrest of the suspects. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang also visited the scene shortly after the gruesome killing and said that the incident reflected the brutality that stalked Jamaica. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.